Hey everyone, this is Rihanna from A Frugal Life, and today we're going to be talking money and marriage. So if you don't know me in person, I have been with my husband for 25 years. So it'll be 25 years this year, actually this month, that we've been together, and 23 years that we've been married. And I'm not that old. We've actually been together since I was 18. So we have been together for my entire adult life. So because of that, we have grown up together basically, and we've learned a lot about relationships, money, and marriage, and how they work together. So we're not going to just talk about my experiences. We're going to start with this article from Rachel Cruze. If you don't know Rachel Cruze, she is a money management guru in her own right. She has a talk show, a podcast, several books, a website, and of course she is also Dave Ramsey's daughter. So if you are learning anything about financial literacy, you know that Dave Ramsey is big in that department. I'm actually not a super fan of Dave Ramsey himself, but I think Rachel Cruze is great. So her article is called Discussing Money and Marriage, 7 Tips for a Happy and Healthy Relationship. In case I got that wrong, I'll put the title up above as well, and I'll put a link to the actual article in the description below. But stay tuned throughout this whole video because it's not enough just to read that article. I'm going to summarize it for you and talk about my personal antidotes as a person who has been in a relationship for 25 years. So her first tip after her little introduction is to keep a joint bank account, and we have tried pretty much every scenario you can try for managing money with another person, and this is also what we've discovered after all of these years is the best way to do it. So we not only have our joint bank account, we each have a small personal account for our fun money or other small personal things that we need to pay or to buy each other gifts out of, but the majority of our money goes into a joint bank account that we can both access. Number 2 is discuss your lifestyle choices together. And she does have a great statistic here, is 54% of great marriages talk daily or weekly with their spouse about money versus 29% of marriages okay or in crisis. So obviously talking to your spouse or partner about money and how you're going to handle money is the best way to go about it, and lifestyle choices is a big one. So if your partner wants to live the high life on not enough money versus you wanting to live a very frugal life on the amount of money you have, or vice versa, it's not going to work well. So it's important to get on the same page with your partner or spouse about what type of lifestyle you want to live and what type of choices you're going to make within your budget. Obviously, don't turn this into a huge argument, and the way this turns into a huge argument is if you wait too long to talk about it. So we talk about money, what we're spending every single day. My husband actually is in charge of paying all of our bills, which means he has to go out into the different applications and pay the bills, but he always lets me know how much they were, so I understand how much money is going out and how much money we actually have to spend. So recognize your difference in personality is her third tip in the article, and I would 100% agree with this. In the beginning, my husband was a little less frugal than me, or a lot less frugal than me, and he thought that buying things that cost more were obviously higher quality. As we've been married, he's come around to my way of thinking, just from seeing what we do and how we spend our money, and he is actually the one that buys the things on bargain the most. So he is the absolute 100% best at finding a bargain in our relationship, even though I'm the frugal guru, and I cannot get him on camera to save my life. But it's important for you both to be of the same money mindset, but if you have a difference in personality, then it's okay to talk about that and try to kind of compromise on which type of spending that you want to do, and recognize what your other significant other likes to do. So maybe your significant other likes to go on fancy vacations or buy fancy food in a restaurant while you would prefer to just stay at home. Make sure you make those compromises so each person gets a little bit at least of what they want, and still stay within budget. Number 4 is a big one, and I see this as a downfall in a lot of younger relationships that I've seen, is that salary differences do not matter. You are on a team. This is a team. All my money is my husband's money, all his money is my money. We understand that money goes to joint financial goals, bills, and responsibilities, and of course we each allot each other money to spend. So he always tries to get me within our budget anything I want. Same with me. I understand that he's the most important thing in my life, and I try to get him anything that he wants. And because we both think that way about each other and how we spend our money, we never really have arguments over big purchases or anything like that. If somebody wants something, we find a way to get it, or we talk about why we can't have it. And we never blame another person for not making enough money to pay the bills, to purchase things that we need. No one is more important just because they make more money in the relationship. Each person contributes their own things, their skills, their personality, their love, whatever, to the relationship. It does not matter how much money you make. Each person is 100% equal in the relationship, and that is a huge deal. If you do not believe that, you're going to fight about money for the rest of your life. It is very important that you understand whether you make $0 or you make 100% of the money, or half and half, or 70-30. It doesn't matter. Nobody gets more say than the other person. Number 5 is keep purchases out in the open. My husband and I don't really have to worry about this because we're together almost 99% of the time. I work from home. If we're going to purchase something, we're out together purchasing it. If we're purchasing something online, we just talk about everything we do anyways. He knows everything I do at work, every person I talk to, same with him, vice versa. So there would never be really an instance where we would hide a purchase from each other. I actually think that this meme that people send out all the time about wives hiding their purchase from their spouse, it's supposed to be funny. I don't think it's really that funny. It's a huge relationship killer. Don't hide anything from your spouse. Don't hide bills you owe. Don't hide money that you have in a bank account. Don't hide purchases that you're making. Talk about everything. They should know every minute detail because it is your money together in your marriage or your relationship. Number 6 from Rachel Cruze's article on money is set expectations together. This is important as well. When we were going to buy a house, my husband and I both agreed that we wanted to buy a house. It wasn't one person or the other, although he did give in on the house that I wanted because he didn't care as much as I did, and he gives me everything I want. But it's important to set expectations together. When he wanted to build a bug out vehicle, I was totally on board with that. We understood that we need to set aside money for that to purchase parts and things like that. It's important that each person understands the other person's expectations of what you're going to do with your money that you do bring into the household. And number 7, we don't personally have to worry about this because we do not have younger children in the home, but I do 100% believe this, and that is do not let kids run the show. Many of you have watched my grandmother's Great Depression videos and seen how wonderful she was and how frugal she was, but she was also a great mom figure to me, and we never ran the show as kids. We never demanded that we were going to go to the movies whether we had the money or not. We never demanded toys that we needed to have whether we had the money or not. Nobody ever had to scrimp or save to buy us anything because we had no expectations that we decided where the money was going in the household. So I'm not sure if that's exactly what Rachel Cruze meant in her article, but I totally agree with the fact that the kids should be not running the budget in your household. You should tell them what you have or what they have to spend on something or what you have to go out and take them out on. They should never be deciding themselves and then you struggling to keep up. You're the one that makes the money, not the kids. Unless your kid is a celebrity, superstar, influencer or something like that and is bringing in all the money, then that's 100% different video. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video and want to see more of me discussing money articles from famous money gurus and other people who are experts in the industry, please click that comment button down below and let me know that that is something you'd like to see more of. If you have any comments on this video in particular, please comment as well. As always, if no one has told you today how very, very special you are. You are all so special to me. Personally, you are all my friends and family on the internet. I adore seeing your comments and want to see more of them. And as always, I love you and I cannot wait to see you in my next video.